Hi, welcome to Bedtime Terror, the show where I watch a scary movie before bed and let you know how I think I'm going to sleep. My name is Bobby, and tonight's review is going to be on the 1988 Wes Craven film, The Serpent and the Rainbow. Let's get into it. So, The Serpent and the Rainbow um, stars Bill Pullman as a doctor and anthropologist by the name of Dennis Allen, who really made his name and known within anthropology and studies for his research in the Amazon. So a very lucrative business offer is brought to him by an American pharmaceutical company um, when they get word of a man in Haiti who was declared dead and buried 15 years ago being seen walking around alive and completely, like coherent and lucid around Haiti this present day. And so they want him to go down to Haiti, look into if this claim is real, and if so, what what could they have possibly used to have caused this zombified state within this guy? Because they want him to procure that and bring it back to the states for them to use and manufacture for pharmaceuticals. And of course, um, when Dennis goes to Haiti, not only does he get involved with, corrupt government officials, but also things that just can't be explained, especially to those who are not from the nation and the culture. I'll say it like that. So, the Serpent and Rainbow, as I mentioned before, is one of Wes Craven's films that is outside of his more well-known franchises like Scream and Nightmare on Elm Street. But with that, you still see traces of Nightmare on Elm Street in The Serpent and Rainbow, given that not only in some of the subject matter of, being able to possibly wander and enter dreams, um, and your soul uh, still being um, um, still being among the existing, though your body may have perished. And even some of his filming techniques and scenes, you definitely see elements of Nightmare on Elm Street in them, for any of those, any viewers that may be avid fans of A Nightmare on Elm Street. Seeing that this movie is 35 years old, um, there are some things that culturally definitely did not age well. But at the same time, I also enjoyed seeing a lot of the way, I would say, a lot of the aesthetic in the atmosphere that was depicted. But yeah, there is definitely some things that did not age well given the years, but that's expected with I guess a film of this subject matter and nature. And like I mentioned before, it was Craven having done slashers. This film is not going to be your blood and guts gore type film. This is going to be more psychological and tension building and inducing, which I found the best parts of the film, the moment I was sucked in the most, be those moments where that seem to blend surreal and reality and the macabre with the everyday and ordinary. Those are the best moments of the film. So much of this film is exposition that really bogs it down, even though it's only an hour and 33 minutes. But at the same time, it, if you were to, I don't know, they wanted to make it a 2 hour film, um, given that so much of it is bogged down because of exposition, I feel like they would just be doing more exposition with that additional 30 minutes instead of actually um, allowing the story to be shown and told. Is going to be shown as opposed to being told. With that in mind, I feel like this movie would be definitely have to look at it within its own time continuum. Seeing it from the lens of today, it's hard for you to appreciate it as much, especially given that the practical effects that were used at the time did not age as well compared to other films that were shot in the 80s, like The Thing, when using practical effects. So, although as much as I hate Hollywood doing remakes and reboots because so much of it lacks originality. I feel like this movie, given the subject and the way that it should be done, something uh, that is about tension and suspense and the macabre and as well as the surreal and playing with paranoia, uh, should would be better in a series. I think this would be a great series to be if it was to be remade. So that way we're actually able to properly like learn more of the culture than it being like this exotic foreign nation with with voodoo and all these things that go on around it that's unknown to the white man type thing, as well as hints of some white saviorism in there. But I did appreciate Wes Craven at times, just briefly glancing over how oftentimes other nations' culture and traditions and practices will often just kind of be reduced down to entertainment for the sake of tourism. So that way they are able to, have some type of economy within their struggling country. So even though it was just, a very brief little moment, I did appreciate that, especially seeing that the time was 1988. Um, I highly doubt that he really is just as big as of a problem that may have been, or I could be wrong. I don't know, but yeah. So I have to say to sum up the review on a scale of 1 to 5. How do I think I'm gonna sleep tonight? Excuse me. What would I give it on a scale of 1 to 5? I give it a 3. Great concept. There are generally some moments that are terrifying, truly terrifying. Like the idea of, staggering around a village, barely, slur your words, trying to get people to know that, like, hey, I'm not dead. I don't want to be buried alive. That is extremely terrifying. The idea of just, your mind is fully coherent, you're fully conscious, but your body's just completely failing on you, and there's nothing you could do, say, or move anything to rouse yourself or get help. That is truly scary. But I have to admit, there were at least twice during the film where I said out loud, "This is stupid." So, take it like that. On a, do I think I'm going to sleep well tonight? Yeah, I think I'll sleep okay. Um, but like I said, there's generally moments where I was a little tense. I sat up in my seat a little more. Um, anytime, anytime Bill Pullman took a sip of anything he was drinking, I was like, they're gonna get you. Um, so like, I would have just taken my own bottled water everywhere I went in Haiti. I wouldn't have trusted anything. But yeah, like it was still a fun watch, for the most part. I would say if you're a fan of Wes Craven and you wanted to see something that was outside of his slasher works, definitely check this out. As always, the link to watch completely free without ads will be in the description box down below. Please, please, please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Yeah, share with those who scare. And have you seen The Serpent and the Rainbow? If so, what was your favorite part of the movie? Because there was generally some good scares. If you haven't seen it, do you plan on watching it? If you're a Wes Craven fan, where do you rank this on on his filmography? I'd love to hear back from you guys. Definitely give this one a watch. It's good to help ease us into spooky season coming up soon. So I'll definitely be checking out soon. And until next time, guys, sleep time.